Hello everyone, welcome back. Polius here for episode 20 of Let's Play Warsong. I was going to wait until I got all of my men across the river here, as I mentioned last time. However, I saw Lance starting to react to me getting people closer to the bank. So I figure now is a good time to go ahead and start up the commentary machine again, and keep going. I'm debating here. Do I want to land now and just deal with Lance with these guys? I don't mind Mina. I don't mind any of these three getting tons of experience killing Lance. I'd prefer Calais getting some levels, but you know, I'll take what I can get. I'm not a beggar or a chooser here. I'm just gonna give what the AI, take what the AI has given me. And no, I can't. And yes, I am going to hold to my word about not complaining about the AI's intelligence after forgetting my horsemen for 5 turns. All the way down there. I'm sure that people remember better exactly where it was than I do. So I'm just slowly moving my soldiers up here. Like I said, I would not be recording this, but I saw Lance starting to move and figured that I should turn the broadcaster on. Happily, the videos, I've recorded this after the other videos have been posted, so I do know that my recording software is once again working. Huzzah! Alright, let's just move Garrett up here. It's going to be a while. So I figure while I'm doing this, I can go ahead and just practice, try my hand at talking about other random subjects. Since it doesn't necessarily always have to be about what's happening on screen, especially when there isn't much happening on screen. In fact, some of my favorite Let's Players are the ones who do cover a multitude of subjects and topics, who are more engaged with their audiences. I like Opaque Patrol's style of treating it kind of like a radio broadcast, where each time he responds to viewer discussion and the like. However, I don't have much viewers or discussion happening. Alright, so let's see. Yep. Yes, he is moving. Interesting. Interesting. His horsemen are going to annihilate the Tiburons. Just crush them. So I'm actually worried about that. He also has more horsemen. So that's going to be interesting. Figuring out how exactly to deal with the enemy in that regard. I had planned to use Sabra's archers to deal with Lance, but her archers have become archer. That's not gonna happen. Alright, so there's that. That's taken care of. As for this, 31 attack to their 19 defense. 29. Really, I feel like these three could just take Lance out on his own, sort of. These guys are not as good against cavalry as they are against swordsmen. So I do want to preserve them. 25 attack. It's just going to be a mutually assured destruction. But I think that'll be alright. Tiburon does need some levels. Oh dear. We're going to see. Oh boy, are we gonna see. What have I done? I think I might have just doomed one of my commanders. A precious commodity, that is. Mina, can you get up there? No. Monks cannot either. Alright, well, I've made my decision for me. And I shall live by it. Let's see. Just move these guys up to move them onto land. Alright, well, let's get this started. Yeah, here they come. Oh boy. What have I done? Are they not all gonna attack? Oh, that's fantastic! It's gonna be a shorter episode, I think. Uh-oh, now they're moving. Yeah, I guess Calais is not going to be getting the experience here, because now I've got these guys mobilized. Well, Garrett, you better hurry. That's all I have to say. The changes in how movement works when you're in water are just so weird. Like, I'm not entirely sure what exactly the movement changes are. Horsemen have 8 move normally, and I think it feels like they're doubly affected by movement costs. But that could just be perception. But as soon as we get here, it's just gonna book it across. That'll be fine. Let's get Mina here. Can I get Thorn up on land? I cannot. Right, well... in that case, I'm going to go ahead and attack that horseman. He'll be fine. And we'll move these horsemen up onto positions where they can't be flanked as easily. I think Tiburon will be alright. Go ahead and move Baird. Or not Baird, Thorn. These guys I'll keep in reserve for enemy soldiers. Now, yeah, horsemen are good against soldiers too, but horsemen are also less ineffective in general, especially when it comes to dealing with enemy horse. Hence why I'm keeping them alive. That should do it. It's actually Lance himself. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, that was brutal. Oh dear. I totally forgot about that attack. Oh boy. Come on, you got terrain advantage. Well, let's see. Certainly it's not going to be a boring fight. I'm legitimately worried about how well I'll handle this. Run, Garrett! Swim! Dog paddle, whatever it is. Just get there. They're not going to make it in time. Spoiler alert. We'll see, though. Let's get these guys up. And see if... I know I wasn't going to complain about the AI, but the way that these guys would surround, or try to surround Garrett as if they were automated, that's why I don't want to risk using the automation. Alright, you need to treat. You need to move onto land. Need to move there, go ahead and attack. Yeah, that works. Go ahead and attack here. Wow. Alright, if I can get Tiburon up to level 2, I'll be happy. Can you get onto land? You can. Excellent. And we'll screen our front line with horse. And don't forget, since Lance is a higher level, that's why his men are comparatively so much more effective. Well, if the enemy horse is going to attack me, I want them to attack me from the water when I'm on water. I already moved Garrett's people. Yep. Let's see how well this works. Turn 30. Just wow. Oh, they did a fair amount of damage. He's gonna go after Mina. She'll probably... Oh. Alright, so she's treating next turn. Or maybe just casting a greater heal spell. We'll see. Why would you insist on that when you could have survived? Alright, well, here we go. I can at least start engaging those soldiers with the monks. To land! Excellent. These guys off rough terrain. Or at least they don't have to move through it as much. Fantastic. So clearly it calculates... It's not like you can... It doesn't look like you can go into movement debt the way this works. Like, yeah, I've only been able to move 2 squares, but since this next square was not poor terrain, I was able to move up onto that. Alright. Boom! What? What was that? Alright. Sure, I guess. I'm not terribly happy about that at all. Let's go ahead and move up here, attack this guy. Yeesh. I'm quite worried here. Retreat. He's already level 2, so I'm going to go ahead and treat this guy here. Alright, I was really going to be sad there if that had gone sour. Just going to go ahead and use the monks to sigh. With cavalry up there to attack them. They've already moved over here. So I'm gonna just try not using the monks as much. Mina doesn't need soldiers. These guys are far less effective than I imagined they were. Or maybe Mina's just a bit underleveled. Well, let me see what that commander's revision is when I get a chance. That was not bad. Oh, this isn't gonna be great. Those guys are dead. His revision 6 and 4. Alright. That's rough. I will admit. Fortunately, Mina's pretty darn good. I think she has a sword? Yeah. I'll let those guys stay alive, actually. I can stall this. Unfortunately, by him putting that Great Knight there. What? Good Lord. That was embarrassing. Means that I actually have to leave that spot open, otherwise the enemy will engage. So I'm going to be careful here. I was watching my men just do super terribly. Go ahead and move here, here, and here. That forces people to attack Thorn from the water. I've already moved. I don't want to miss a turn here. And I moved the Southern Horseman up, right? Yeah. And I squandered the mill. Fortunately, I don't think Lance can reach level 10 here. And there goes them. Oh, they survived, sort of. They're not long for this world. Alright. Yeah, I'd have a hard time throwing a cross-shaped spear while I'm swimming in the water, too. I don't blame those guys. That's it. I want to avoid giving a level to their Grand Knight. Last thing we need is for him to have that 10% increase in stats. Oh, Garrett, move it, move it, move it. I mean, I gotta keep the soldiers close. What's that? Interesting. It's an interesting pattern right there. I think also utterly irrelevant. Alright, I'll leave that archer behind if I have to. That's good for here. Go ahead and retreat. They're gonna attack anyway. Here. I desperately don't want Lance attacking just yet. I'm going to leave him out. I'm actually not going to attack this turn. I need to buy time to get around over here. Really, I could pull back into the water. Oh, they're still going to go for Mina? Ha! Ha 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 ha! Fantastic. Alright, they failed to hurt Tiburon. This is very good. This is actually incredibly promising. I just need to keep them in a good defensive position. Please don't die too many. Wow. Those were not actually cogent words that I just used. And they're going to attack Mina from the water. I don't think many of them will last. None of them did. Yeesh. Book it. I'm going to have Baird and Calais go south. They'll handle the rough terrain better, whereas the horsemen will not. I'm getting strung out over this. Should be fine. We'll be fine. As for here, healing, 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 healing. Don't want to attack them just yet. So we're just going to hold position. Don't think he'll kill them all. Excellent. That's fine. Wow. The 28 defense, and he still suffered. That guy's dead. Literally, the time limit, the ticking time, is the offensive power of my soldiers here. Retreat. Soldiers here. It's a long way around. I think the best thing to do is send Garrett south and his horses north. So long as I remember the horses, them moving around the long way should be fine, because by the time they get there, Garrett will have reached the moved faster through the rough terrain. And this should be fine. That's all good. Don't want to kill anything. Yeah. Well, never let it be said I don't do things that make the game more interesting for the viewing. I'll do things that make it less interesting, unfortunately, sometimes. Like waiting on the other side of the river, but oh dear. It really does need to happen in order to keep your people alive for the long haul. Alright, so we've got at minimum 2 turns. That's the absolute minimum. That should get them over there. Move horsemen around. 8 movement is fantastic for situations like this, because they can just book it across open ground and into an enemy flank. I can't wait until I have a mission where I can actually do that with a commander as well, a la Tiburon. That's all of them. I hope. If I had left someone over here, I would... Okay. I didn't. Alright. Interesting how Mina has more defense than Tiburon does. I'm gonna try something crazy here. That should do it. Alright. It should be obvious what I'm doing. I'm slipping around to just swing my men closer. He's still healing. So is he. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Hi, lads. Garrett here to remind you of why I'm better than you. just move over here into range of Miss Mina. And move my other lords up. I'm totally going to have Garrett lead the attack against Lance. 35 attack, 21 defense, ish. How much magic do I have left? 2 MP, 6 MP. I'm totally going to have Garrett and Calais just blast Lance with magic until he's withered down enough for my lords to do more damage to him. But this worked out beautifully. Here we are. Oh! Ho, ho, ho. I'm so glad I moved Garrett down here. Had I put Garrett on any of these tiles, it would have won me the mission without killing Lance or their Grand Knight Commander. Oh man! Happy, 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 happy day. Oh, that could have gone so badly. It's advancing. It's going to attack monks. Probably get a bunch of kills. Not enough. I think those guys will survive any soldier attacking them. Alright, so here's the thing. When I kill these guys, I do want it to be slightly controlled. Magic range. Magic arrows. Just out of range. So, let's move up here. What's your range, Garrett? It's at 3125. Alright, just thinking about this. Mina, move up here. You, sir, who are injured, right here. I want to be cleanly in range. I think I will have my cavalry swoop in on these blokes. I can afford to kill this guy, and we'll give it to Calais. I will not, however, be killing the enemy with killing Lance's guy. I can risk one attack from a Grand Knight. Wow, those soldiers actually did work. Calais got a huge combat bonus. Grand Knight's gonna attack. Oh. I'm not sure how I felt about that. Right, let's see. 25 defense. When Garrett's horseman in range has 27 attack, 19 defense to his 31 attack. Now, what needs to happen here? Move this guy back. Garrett. Just pummel him, yeah. 27 attack to his 25 defense. 29 attack to his 25 defense. He's gonna heal up next turn. That's fine. I will put Calais here. That'll work. This is just going to be interesting how I manage this, if I can manage this right. Wow, already at 31 or 30 minutes. It's gonna go up and attack. What is that? It's Baird. Alright, Lance is in the game. He's treating. First step. I kill this guy. He needs to die. Oh dear. Alright, well. .28 defense. Magic arrows. Righto. Tons of experience for Sabra, that's fine. Mina. Magic. Healing 1. Does that work? It does. Let's put you here for defensive purposes. And yeah, this will work. Interesting. Oh man. Have I been a fool? I've been a fool. I was all worried about nothing. Alright, with that anticlimax. Boom! We made it! Looks like Lance is in trouble with... What monsters? Looks like Lance is in trouble with those monsters. Why did they show up here? I don't think they were part of the enemy's troops, but they couldn't possibly be part of the evil. Is the evil chasing after Warsong? Possibly. We have to hurry. Mission complete. It's like a 2-hour mission. Sorry for the long mission. But look at that. All those things killed by our hands and slain in the proper order. We lost a ton of soldiers, but it was well worth it. Guys, it's been a lot of fun. Please remember to leave likes, comments, and if you haven't subscribed, it would mean a lot to me. And I will see you all next time. Polius out.